Alright everyone, so today this is going to probably be kind of two tutorials in one. I hate kind of doing that stuff, but it's necessary because one of the things I'm going to be teaching you is really easy to get a hold of. I mean, it's kind of common sense. The other one is what we're going to really focus on, and that's a little bit harder. So yeah, sorry if it gets a little confusing, but trust me, it'll make sense to you guys later on. So, as the title suggests, this is about if statements. The other thing is Boolean values. Now, Boolean values, like that, Boolean, which actually is a data type, which we'll get into those much later, is basically something that is either true or false. For example, 1 is greater than 0. That is a Boolean statement. Now, in programming, you usually won't see like if 1 is greater than 0 very often, and that's not even how you do an if statement, so kind of ignore the highlighting syntax. But what you will see is something like x is greater than or equal to y. Some things to notice is that you do greater than equals, not equals greater than. And you do less than equals, not equals less than, or anything like that. So pay attention, otherwise you'll have some really weird results. But yeah, you'll usually just see x or some other type of variable is greater than this or whatever, or if it's equal to this. Which, by the way, if you want to say if x is equal to 5, you would say x equals 5, not equals 5, because that's an assignment operator. Alright, so now to actually get into this, I'll make a variable which will be x. Well, we'll make an int x is equal to 5, or 5, yeah. And then what we want to do is say we want our program to do system.out.print line x is equal to 5. We want that to print out only if x is equal to 5. So what we do is you type in if, which as you see gets highlighted, parentheses, and then in the parentheses your Boolean statement, which is x is greater than, or x is equal to 5, my bad, and we'll space that out so it looks better. There you go, x is equal to 5, and then we put brackets around it, like you'd always do in Java, otherwise code looks ugly. And so we have if x is equal to 5, brackets, do this. And basically what it's saying is, if our variable is equal to 5, then do whatever is in these brackets. After these brackets, just do that. And here I'll show you our little output. You know, save. Okay, we go down here and it says x is equal to 5. We go back up and we see that's what we wanted it to say. Now if we changed x to let's say 3, save that, play, and go down here, we see that we get nothing, and that's what we should expect because we didn't tell it what to do if there wasn't x equals 5. Now we can also, just to show you guys, if we make it greater than 5, this also does nothing. And so yeah, you can pretty much understand what would happen if we did like greater than or less than, stuff like that. So yeah, just gonna leave that as equals. Now what if this variable could be could be equal to 5, it could be less than 5, or it could be more than 5, and you want it to do something for any of those cases? Well, there's a way to make sure that your program does that. It's called the else statement. So let's say for now, if it's not equal to 5, then we want it to say one thing. But if it's greater than 5 or less than 5, we don't care. But if it's not 5, that's all we really want to focus on. So then what we do is just say else, and then in our parentheses, alright, my bad, there is no parentheses for an else, just brackets. So inside the brackets you would then say system.out.print line or whatever you want, and you could use printf or anything like that, and then you could use whatever statement you want, like x is not equal to 5. Now if we save this and notice that x is still equal to 8, if we run this, go down, it says x is not equal to 5, as it should. Now like I said before, what if we want to say it's less than 5, or it's greater than 5, or it's equal to 5? Well, there's something we can do for that too, and it's actually pretty simple. We just do else if, and then in here we say x is greater than 5, and then space that out, don't need that, okay, and then system.out.print line x is greater than 5. Alright, and then we can just do that one more time. Else if, then x is less than 5, bracket system.out.print line x is less than 5. Now if we save this, it's still 8, so it should say x is, what the, alright, that was kind of weird. I don't know what just, there we go, okay. Wouldn't let me move the recorder for a second. Anyways, it says x is greater than 5, and then up here, if we change this to, let's say 3, save that, run it, it should say x is less than 5. That's what it says. We go back up and we can change it back to 5, save that, run it again, and it says x is equal to 5. Now another thing that I'll go over later probably is nesting statements, and that's pretty simple as well. It's basically like an if statement inside of an if statement. So it's a inception of if statements. For example, let's say we have another integer named y, and it goes inside the if statement. So if x is equal to 5, and then inside of that we say if y is equal to 3, then do this. That's pretty much what it does, but I'll show you guys more in detail what that is later on. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you liked it, press the like button, subscribe for future videos, and favorite the video if you really want to help me out. If you guys want to see other other tutorials, I also have a website down below. This summer, which this is 2012 by the way, and it's March, not March, May, then so like 2 more months I'll start putting Java tutorials on there, but I also have Python tutorials on there, which if you guys want to understand the basics of just programming in general, it doesn't have to be Java when you guys are learning how to actually program. You might want to read those and understand more about object-oriented programming. Anyways, this outro is taking a long time, but yeah, thanks. I'll see you guys later. Hope you liked the video.